Hey there, it's Jenna from the Intern Hustle. Here's the thing. Whether you're applying for that very first internship, third internship, or first job after you graduate, the goal is the same. Create a resume that generates interviews. But what do you do when you're applying for that very first internship and you don't have any experience yet? What do you fill in the blanks with? What can you put on a resume to stand out as a competitive candidate and generate interest with employers? It is possible to create a great resume with little or no experience, and that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Hit that like button to find out how it's done, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified of new videos every single week on this channel. Before we get started, have you downloaded my free resume readiness checklist yet? If not, hit pause, scroll down to the description below this video, and click on the link to grab your copy. It includes a full checklist to help you create your resume, formatting tips, an action verb list, and a sample resume. Go get your hands on this resource while it's still free. I also want to point you in the direction of some of my other resume videos that complement this video. Both of these videos will help you understand the importance of creating unique resumes for each and every opportunity you apply to. The most important thing to keep in mind as you sit down to create your resume for an internship is to keep the focus on the company you're applying to and how you can be of value to them. But back to the purpose of this video. Let's talk about the experience section of your resume. Specifically, what you can and should put in the experience section of your resume if you are a student or recent grad with little or no professional experience yet. Here's the thing, employers know that they need to train you. They don't expect you to come in knowing how to do everything. However, they will appreciate you for knowing what you're good at and for having a sense of where you want to go. Show self-awareness and confidence by purposefully communicating what your strengths and transferable skills are and how they can be of benefit to the company. You do this by 1, understanding what is most important to the company, and 2, demonstrating your value in an objective way by showing quantifiable results. Okay, so as a student, where are these quantifiable results coming from, you may ask? Well, first of all, I'm gonna go over where you can pull this experience from, and then I'm gonna go over some specific experience examples. It's a lot to say. Specific experience examples for how you can build out your own resume. So, where can you pull experience from? Have you been a volunteer at some point? What are some of the specific ways that you contributed as a volunteer? How did you help to create a positive impact? Did you have a part-time or seasonal job in high school or college? Maybe you babysat, worked in retail, hostess at a restaurant, assisted with administrative tasks for a family business, worked on a farm, held a lifeguard position at the neighborhood pool in the summer, coached t-ball, worked as a camp counselor. All of these and so many more that I did not mention are great for adding experience to your resume. Are you a student athlete, or have you been a part of any student groups or organizations in school? Maybe participated as a member of the board or the leadership team, or helped to run a special event for the group, or contributed to fundraising efforts in a big way. How about research projects? Have you assisted any professors with research? Or group projects that contributed to a big portion of your grade for a relevant course? Do you have results from a project that demonstrate your contribution in a meaningful way? Do you have any side hustles or creative projects that you've developed? Have you been awarded any notable scholarships or grants? All right, at this point, hopefully you've taken note of all of the various experiences that you can pull from in your own life. Pause the video right now and make a list if you need to. Now I'm going to give you some examples for how you can translate your experience into statements on your resume that really stand out and grab an employer's attention. Remember, you want to 1, understand what is most important to the company, and 2, demonstrate your value in an objective way by showing quantifiable results. This first example is from a student I worked with. I was helping him update his resume for his internship applications. He was a freshman in college and he didn't have a ton of experience yet. While in high school, he had a seasonal job as a parking attendant for a golf tournament in his hometown. He wasn't sure how to talk about his limited experience in a meaningful way. So here's a bullet point that he had on the experience section of his resume. Send cars in the appropriate direction as of where to park. And here's how I helped him transform this bullet point. Managed parking lot logistics for daily record crowds of over 50,000 people throughout a 3-day international golf tournament. All I did was a little research on the golf tournament that he worked at to get some detail about attendance so that we had some quantifiable information. And then I added an action verb, managed, and keywords like logistics to make the experience stand out more on his resume. Do you see how much more sophisticated the revised bullet point is? It better informs a potential employer about what this person accomplished. Managing parking lot logistics for a crowd of 50,000 is not an easy task. Sending cars in the appropriate direction, on the other hand, doesn't really capture my attention. Let's do another real example from a student that I worked with. You can do this same thing with volunteer experience too. In this example, the student has volunteered in the past with her church. So here's how she initially portrayed this experience on her resume. I taught at a faith formation group to 3rd graders for a school year. I then did this for 2 more years following that. Here's how I helped her transform this bullet point to have more impact. Instructed 3rd grade faith formation group of 25 students for 3 consecutive years, teaching values from the Bible and guiding related craft activities. Once again, I utilized an action verb, instructed, to kick it off, and I quantified her experience by indicating how many students she worked with and over what period of time. Finally, I included some more details and some context on what she was guiding students through and some of the creative work that she did in the role. Depending on the types of experiences that she's applying for in the future, she can slightly modify those details to stand out. Let's do one more example. Pretend you have a part-time job in college working as a retail associate at a clothing store. Let's transform the following on your resume. Help customers find desired styles and sizes. Okay. How about this instead? Maintain knowledge of 1,200 inventory items to efficiently assist an average of 20 customers per shift in finding desired styles and sizes. In this case, I used 2 action verbs, maintain and assist, and I used them in the present tense in this case because this is a part-time job that you currently have as a college student. And once again, I quantified the experience to show how you have an impact on this business. Anyone can say that they help customers find styles and sizes. Make your experience stand out by adding some context and some results. You can do this with your limited experience too. I know you can. Remember to grab a copy of my resume readiness checklist. It includes a whole lot of information to help you out, plus an action verb list that you can pull from when you're creating your own bullet points. And you can find the checklist in the description below this video. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you some new insights today, please give it a like and share it with a friend or two. Hit that red subscribe button and bell below so that you don't miss out on future videos. In support of your hustle, I'm Jenna from theinternhustle.com, and I'll see you next Monday.